Stories of the Mushroom Kingdom. Pink Gold Problems. Inspired by BitFinity's Brawl in the Family. Chapter 1. All that glitters is not gold. What a beautiful day outside. The sun is bright and there is not a single gray cloud in the sky. A perfect day for theft. Wario quickly hid behind a bush nearby Princess Peach's castle. He had a giant bag in his hand and was ready for stealthy thievery. He looked around anxiously, waiting for a safe opportunity to bolt. The path looks clear, Wario mumbled to himself. It's go time in 3, 2... Well, what? Princess Peach and Mario? What are they doing here? Peach and Mario appeared out of the corner of Wario's eye. They were having a stroll around Toad Town. It's nice to be able to do something fun and relaxing rather than going after you all the time, Mario said to the princess. Yeah, you're telling me. I can never get any political duties done with a giant turtle capturing me all the time, the princess remarked. Princess! Princess! It was Toad, Peach's royal servant. More cherries have been stolen from our item stash. What do we do? Peach sighed. Put more guards in the treasure room. We must find this culprit. Toad hurried back to the castle. What was that all about? Mario asked. Remember the time when we saved the Sprixie Kingdom? The princesses there delivered a huge bag of their items as thanks a day later. Well, someone has been stealing items from that bag. Only double cherries, though. It leaves me very curious. Do you have any leads? Well, I know they like double cherries. Toad appeared again, running up to Princess Peach, this time with Toadsworth following slowly behind. Princess, a big purple car has been spotted in Toad Town. It doesn't look familiar. What do you want us to do? Go investigate with caution. Mario, go with him. We don't know who that person could be. I'll be there in a few minutes. Oh no, that's my car, Wario thought. I better move it somewhere else. And just like that, Wario was gone. Princess, because of the certain circumstances, I will be giving you a metal box, Toadsworth explained. Use it in any time of danger, and you will become solid metal for a brief amount of time. You must stay very still, so any enemy that may see you will think of you as a statue. Do you understand? Yes, Toadsworth. Jolly good. Now be careful now. I'll be off at the castle. Peach decided to wander around for a few minutes before getting back to her business. Wario had parked his car in a more hidden place before Mario and the Toads could see it again. He was trying to make his way back to the bush he was hiding in before. But when he was sneaking back, he accidentally stepped on a branch which made a loud snap. Hoping no one noticed, he ran away. But one person did notice, Princess Peach. Heeding the advice Toadsworth gave to her, she quickly used the metal box and froze like a statue. She turned a pink gold color. Wario finally got back to the original bush. He looked around and what he saw amazed him. A gold statue of Princess Peach. That must be worth a fortune, he thought. Making sure no one was around, he walked up to the statue and nabbed it. Peach was so shocked at the current events that her fear would not let her move or speak. She just stayed in his arms with the same pose. Wario ran very quickly to his car, threw her in, and drove off. Confused, Mario and Toad searched for the person with the purple car. They were curious to its whereabouts. Suddenly the car zoomed out of Toad Town. Mario recognized the vehicle. That's the Wario car. Wario must be the thief. Mario took a nearby cape feather and immediately followed the car. Chapter 2: The Cherry Machine. Wario arrived at his castle. He seemed very excited and eager to get his newly acclaimed treasure inside. Wario is probably the thief, the princess thought. He must have all of the double cherries in his castle. But why would he care about the cherries? He collects riches, not items. She still stayed still as he brought her inside. Peach saw a big machine as she was carried in. It looked like a cube with a conveyor belt on the bottom. The middle of the machine had a picture of a double cherry. Wario carefully placed the princess and a couple more treasures on the conveyor in a line. Now I know he's a thief, Peach thought. But I need to know what this machine does. I guess I'll know soon. The only problem is that I'm near the beginning of the line. Wario, with a handful of cherries, walked to the back of the machine. Wario put the cherries into a chute on the back of the device. He pulled a lever and the conveyor started up. A single coin was the first through the machine, and when it came out, there were 2 coins. Wahaha! Wario laughed. My double cherry cloning device worked. Now I can have as many copies of my riches as I want. This is my greatest invention yet. The princess was shocked. What a dirty thing to do. She quickly made up a plan. This device could clone Peach, making 2 pink gold peaches. The metal box was wearing off though, and pretty soon she would lose this form. The conveyor moved very slowly, and it seemed that all hope was lost. Suddenly, Mario burst through one of the castle's windows. Mario, what are you doing here? Exclaimed Mario. You've kidnapped the princess, and I'm here to take her back, Mario said. I haven't kidnapped any princesses, only the statue, and it's mine now. Wario was now in a fighting stance. Mario quickly picked up a gold coin off the ground and threw it at Wario. Wario dodged it, and the coin flew right into the double cherry machine. Peach was just entering the malfunctioning machine. She exited with a clone of herself, just like the machine was supposed to do, but something was off. Peach had no control over her clone. It had a mind of its own. Peach's metal box expired, but the clones didn't. Peach stood there, wondering about this as she watched Mario fight. Mario would never be able to compete with Wario's great strength. Luckily for him, he too had a metal box. He instantly turned into Metal Mario and jumped into the battle. Now Mario and Wario were interlocked, trying to push each other over. Even with Metal Mario's great weight and strength, Wario was still able to push him over. Wario picked Metal Mario up and threw him onto the conveyor. Wahaha, laughed Wario. You're still no match for me. Wario only cared about the fight and wasn't thinking straight. If Mario was on the conveyor going into the machine, there would be 2 Metal Marios, and out popped another Metal Mario. The new Metal characters were very confused. The new Metal Mario saw that Metal Peach looked exactly like the other Peach, and came to the conclusion that they must be family. He somehow was able to figure out that Peach was good, and the now cowering Wario was bad. Mario and the new Metal Mario backed Wario into a corner. Mario punched Wario over, and the new Metal Mario grabbed his feet. Metal dragged him to the center of the room and started swinging him around and launched him out of a window. Wow, you'll pay for this, Mario exclaimed. Chapter 3: Metallic Bonds. So, what are we going to name these guys? Mario asked. Well, they're just like our metal forms, So I guess Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach. That could get confusing. I'll need to order some toads here to demolish this double cherry machine. No you don't, Metal Mario answered. Oh, I didn't know you could talk, Peach replied. Of course we can. We're metal versions of you. Watch this. Metal Mario punched a hole into the middle of the machine. Problem solved. Alright, there's a warp pipe not too far from here. We can use it to get back home, said Mario. You're right, Mario. But where are we going to live? Proposed Pink Gold Peach. Anywhere, Mario replied. No, I don't think that's a good idea, said Peach. These two have immense strength. By how Metal Mario swung Wario and how he easily punched that massive hole, I just don't think they're safe. They might hurt someone by accident. And what if they fall into a lake? They're never going to get out. The Metals looked down in sadness. However, I do know one place. Together the four traveled back to Toad Town. The Metals got weird looks by others walking by. They didn't feel welcome. Peach led them to a room within her castle. There was a black spinning vortex on the ground. This is a magical fluid. When you step in it, you will be transported to a different area. I think you will like it there together. But Peach, that's Hazy Maze Cave, Mario questioned. There's a lake there and a stream that leads to the castle moat. I thought you didn't want them to get in water. If they fall into the lake, Dory will help them out. And they won't get caught in the stream because they are so heavy. Is there any way out? Asked Pink Gold Peach. Yes, but it would be best if you stayed there. The Mushroom Kingdom loves to play games and host events. We will give you an invitation to these games whenever we can. Pink Gold Peach was hesitant to go in, but eventually did. Then Metal Mario looked at Mario. Thanks for everything, Metal Mario said. He turned his head and jumped in. Wow, that was eventful, Mario said. Yeah, so much for having a little break from royal duties, Peach replied.